English spelling is not as unpredictable as people think. English words are spelled based on sound, but also based on meaning. English is a morphophonemic system. Morphology is another key organising principle of English spelling, marking connections in meaning. Studies have found that adults benefit from learning morphology to build literacy skills. Instruction about meaningful word parts is associated with improvements in word reading and spelling, and forms a strategy for determining the meaning of unfamiliar words. Morphology is the study of the smallest units of meaning in words. Longer words are often built from morphemes, which change the word's meaning. For example, jump is a morpheme. It cannot be broken down into anything smaller that conveys meaning, and it's called a base word. Adding suffixes can change the meaning and part of speech of a base word. Jumper contains two morphemes. The suffix er adds another meaning, making this word a noun. Jumps also contains two morphemes. Prefixes and suffixes added to the beginnings and ends of words change their meaning in predictable ways. Research indicates that teaching prefixes helps build word analysis skills. The 20 most common prefixes account for over 90% of prefixed words, and they have consistent meaning and spelling, forming a reliable strategic approach to spelling. Building a knowledge of meaningful word parts can support meaning making when reading. Analysing words' prefixes and suffixes is an effective strategy for expanding vocabulary. There are too many words to learn individually, so we can learn about how words are constructed, which helps build vocabulary knowledge.
Hey Shane, so we can create a word matrix to help us look at word families, learn new words and learn new spellings. So we're going to start with the base word help, and we're going to add other parts to that word to change the meaning. So we can add prefixes on this side or suffixes on this side. So I'll use a different colour, and I'm going to add the suffix full to change the word into helpful. Yeah. Or I could add the prefix un, which means not, and change the word to unhelpful, meaning not helpful. So, what prefixes or suffixes might you like to add to the base word help?
Okay, I could add ing to make helping.
Right.
Or I could add to make helper.
Great.
Yeah.
That's right. So we can also use parts of words like struct to, which means to build.
Okay.
So all of these words have to do with build, like destruction. So that would be destroying something that's been built.
Yeah.
Destructive. Could you see a word there as well?
Construction.
Right.
And then constructive.
Great. So a matrix is a great way to help us look at how words are put together.
Suffixes convey meaning and can change the part of speech of a word. For example, they can change a base word from a noun to an adjective or a verb. Often when suffixes are added to words, the end of the word needs to be changed slightly. There are predictable patterns for doing this too. There are 4 main ways to do it. The first one, for most words, just add the suffix. The second, when a word ends in E, drop the E when adding a vowel suffix. For example, wake becomes waking. Thirdly, when the second last letter is a short vowel sound, double the final consonant when adding a vowel suffix. Fourthly, when a word ends in Y, swap the Y and add an I to any suffix except ing.
Hey Shane, so there are 4 spelling rules for adding suffixes to words. Let's have a look at the yellow spelling rule today. Can you read that one out for us?
When a word ends in E, drop the E and add the vowel suffix.
Right, so we've looked at this before. These suffixes here are the vowel suffixes because they begin with a vowel. And these others over here are consonant suffixes as they begin with a consonant. So we have got some suffixes here. Could you sort those into vowel suffixes and consonant suffixes?
Right, so F consonant, S consonant, E consonant, E consonant, I vowel, I mean.
Well done,
Yeah.
perfect. So let's practice adding suffixes using the yellow spelling rule. I'll demonstrate with the word make. So here's the word make. Let's add ing to create making. So ing is a vowel suffix. So when we add it to our word that ends in E, we drop the E to create making. M-A-K-I-N-G. Okay, so your turn now. I'll give you the word trade.
Trade, okay. So S is a consonant.
Yep,
So we just add it to the end to make trades.
that's right. We don't drop the E.
E is a consonant, so we must drop that E to make trader.
Right. I think you said E's a consonant. E's a vowel.
E's a
But you
vowel.
were thinking the right things.
Right.
Yeah. So we drop the vowel in trade and add the ER to make trader.
Trader.
Perfect.
Okay.
One more.
And ED, another vowel. So we have to drop that E to make traded.
You got it. Well done.
When learning a new rule for adding suffixes, a learner will need to practice this in a number of ways and see it in various contexts. As well as engaging in activities which provide practice, a learner should be prompted to use new spelling rules in their writing. Practice at analysing words can be provided when reading texts. Knowledge of prefix and suffix meanings can be drawn on to work out the meaning of new words. Learners can also be encouraged to include new vocabulary in their writing.
So we can use an activity called word sums to have a look at how words are built. A bit like when we use the word matrix. So we'll begin with a base word, the word take. So I can add the prefix re, R-E, plus take to create the word retake. Re plus take equals retake. Or I could add the suffix ing, take plus ing equals taking. See how I dropped the E to add the vowel suffix using the yellow spelling rule? Okay, so your turn. And I'll get you to have a think about whether you need to apply the yellow spelling rule or not. And we'll use the word fade. So to begin with, can you write the word sum for fades? So adding the S suffix.
So it's fade plus S. S is a consonant. So we just add it to the end to make fades.
Correct, well done. Let's try ing to create fading.
Okay, fade plus ing. It's a vowel, so we
Yes.
must lose the E
Correct.
for fading.
Perfect. And one more. Let's add the suffix ed to create faded.
Fade plus ed. It's a vowel suffix.
It is.
Faded.
Excellent. Well done.